So there's a few different ways that the Pythagorean identity can be used. Here's one of them. If sine x equals 0.4 and x is between 0 and 90, find cos x. So we know what sine x is and we want to know what cos x is. So we can use our Pythagorean identity because we know that sine squared theta plus cos squared theta equals 1. We know in this case that sine x equals 0.4. So sine squared theta, which is sine theta squared, would be 0.4 squared. Equals 1. Now we can rearrange that. So we can say that cos squared theta equals 1 minus 0.4 squared. Just put that in my calculator. That gives me 0.84. Now, I don't want to know cos squared theta or cos theta squared. I want to know cos. So I'm going to have to take the square root of both sides. So cos squared theta square root, that's just cos theta. 0.84. Now don't forget that that's going to be a plus or a minus, and that's always going to happen with a question of this kind. Now the answers to that, I say answers because there's going to be two of them, is 0.917 or negative 0.917. So if you weren't thinking, you might say if sine x equals 0.4, find cos x, you might say that the answer is 0.917 or negative 0.917. But there's this added complication that x is between 0 and 90. That is 0, it's in this quadrant. X is between 0 and 90. It's in this quadrant here. C-A-S-T. A cosine in this first quadrant is going to be positive. So we can, because it's got to be positive, it must be this answer. Cos theta equals 0.917 because cos is positive. Because, or we'll just write quadrant 1. So that's one way that you can use the Pythagorean identity. Actually, let's do one more here. So I'm just going to alter this question slightly, because instead of finding cos x, I'm going to find tan x. So this is often like an extra bit on a question like this. So if you're going to find tan x, that's really quite straightforward, because you know that tan x is equal to sine x over cos x. We know now that sine x is 0.4. And we know that cos x is 0.917. And that'll give us an answer of 0.436. Alright, so that's one way to use the Pythagorean identity. There's a lot of other ones, but there's one to get you started.